don't know that part yet. I gotta ask them about the word.
Hey, happy Sunday. Welcome to the DMV Vibe podcast. I am Miss Pink.
And I'm Fearless Swagger.
And so we're in March. I guess you could say almost halfway through March. All my favorite parts of March are starting to hit. They're like saving time was one of them. Shout out to us getting a little bit more sunlight. It's my favorite time of the year.
The most wonderful.
Plus it's still Women's Month, so we still celebrating women in all types. Quick promo. They have some statues downtown celebrating the women in STEM. If you don't know what STEM is, you need to go research that. But they're downtown across the National Mall. They have statues of prominent women, not just Black women, but it's also women of all kinds down there. Y'all need to go check that out. I think the last day is March 27th. They're going to be up, I believe. I'm definitely going to go check it out since we're going to have warmer weather. We're going to do another quick little thing before we get into it. This Saturday, the 19th at 12:30, my brother made me drop the location last week. I was not trying to do that. But if you would like to join us for the brunch mixer on Saturday at 12:30, slide in the DMs only if you are willing to discuss that. I'm not discussing nothing else. But let me know because I do need a head count by the 17th. So now, on to new business. I want to introduce our guest for today. It's one of my very, very close friends. So if y'all hear me say Bubbles, because that's what I call him. That's Bubbles. But he is known as the Twerk King. The Twerk King. Thank you for joining us, Bubbles.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
guys.
welcome.
Thank you for
So we already been cutting up in here. You see everybody got their cups already. I'm toasty. It's usually cold as fuck in here.
It's a little warm in
It's
here.
a little toasty in here today.
Sunday.
But if you tuned in last week, you heard me say this was going to be a freestyle show, which we have not had a chance to do in a very long time. Shout out to all our guests, though. Thank you for keeping us busy.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
y'all.
We definitely are still booked up though till like May now.
Booked, busy, and unbothered.
We appreciate y'all. We're gonna have some different kind of guests coming very, very soon. Different guests coming very, very soon. We might see some people that are running for mayor.
Ooh.
In DC in here. We're going to have some people that are outside of the metropolitan area as guests as well.
Check us out.
Period.
We are so looking forward to it. But this freestyle show, one, because Bubbles was not available to come when we did our show with my good friend Deacon last year. And so I wanted to have Bubbles on the show to discuss not only his journey, but his friendships. And y'all have heard me talk about my friendship with that I call my gay circle. I ain't gonna lie, going out with y'all make me tired. I can't keep up. Y'all like to party a little bit longer than me.
Every weekend.
Or maybe I'm just old. I don't know. Because we went to Atlanta, and that trip will forever live rent free in my mind.
Yeah, tell people what time you got home.
One of them nights it was 7 a.m. And y'all, I am a night owl, but night owl mean I be at home doing nothing.
We went to
Not
like 3 different clubs. 3.
Yes. But the one thing I will say is that the environment is completely different when you go out to a gay club with your friends. I'm not going to say that it's less drama, because there was some stuff going on in there, but it was different doing it in Atlanta. That's what I say. It's different doing it in Atlanta than doing it here.
It's a big difference. Like, a big difference.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that all of them ain't friendly, but a lot of them is. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk a little bit about your journey and your friendships. Your friendships.
My friendships within this community.
Yeah, now you giving the ad-lib child. I need to wrap up.
Cause it's a lot, child. It's a lot. We can talk about. Well, I didn't really come out. I'm the type of person that you gonna get me, and you only get me. So when I started feeling like I was liking dudes, I was like, oh, he cute, right in front of my mom. Like I do not care. Like I can't keep something in like that because I know people who keep secrets in, like far as like being gay or being DL and stuff like that. And to me, it's sad, but it's like I understand in a way or whatever. Like for them, no, because yeah. Me, I just don't care what people think. And at the end of the day, you're gonna get me. And as far as friendships, I love my circle. I love my friends. I love Kendra. I love sis. I love other sis. Period. I love Juan, DJ, Calvin. All my friends, Dabu, all of them. My family, a very good support system. Like I walk around with, well, y'all can't see, but my hair is 60 inches. You know, yeah. 60
it's
inches.
on the flow.
Yeah, it is. And I'm sitting down. Like
the hair is longer than me. Okay. I can't keep up with it. He done smacked me a couple of times doing twirls with it, but I love his hair. But I will say the one experience that I didn't like when we were in Atlanta was the security guards because of your hair. And so it was a male black security guard one. He said something to the effect of, or assuming that one, because we were out of state, and two, with Bubbles having long hair, that he couldn't fight. And I don't even remember how we even got to that point. But by this time, this is like the third club, and I was over it. I was ready to fight at this point. Like, you don't fucking know us.
It's because when we went to Atlanta the first time, my hair was like, I think my hair was purple and it was long. When we went that time, I forgot what color it was.
I don't remember either.
But
I had to look back at it. I want to say it was red.
I was a redhead?
I don't know. But that experience of just people assuming because you have long hair or just how you dress, period, or where you're from. Like, look, I don't give a fuck where I'm from. I will whip anybody else if you try me.
And that's what I was telling him. I was like, you really think I would walk around with hair like that and think I don't know what I'm doing when it's time to do what I got to do? Like, are you nuts? Like, it's not going to happen like that. I'm not from here. It don't matter where the fuck you from, honestly. But at the end of the day, don't be doing too much. And if you wanted to find out, we could have. Like, I have no issues moving to the side and beating your ass. Like, I really don't.
I feel sorry for anybody who chooses that option. But do you think that now today in society, because I know the circle always goes out. Y'all go out like way more than I do. Do you think a lot of people judge you by your hair?
Yes, like big time. They think I'm even trying to be a girl. They think that all types of things, either my hair or my clothes. Like I'll have on a crop top and shorts, and I'm automatically called a girl. What people need to understand is that clothes don't have no damn gender. Fashion don't have no damn rules. So why does it matter? And if that is what I'm trying to do, why does it bother you? But it's not. If I wanted to do that, I would shave my facial hair. Yeah, I could do it, and I would eat a lot of people up. I would eat you up. I would, and that's not even on no cocky shit. That's the truth. But that's not what I want to be or like what I desire to be. You know what I'm saying? So if they think that, then okay, like I don't care. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna date nobody that I'm always gonna have my dreads. But there might be a day I might throw on a wig, and when I throw on a wig, I kill it too. But that doesn't mean that I want to be a girl. I don't feel like that. Like what Saucy said, he was like sometimes he feels girly or whatever. But I don't feel girly. I just feel like why is it okay for another race to have extensions and wigs on their heads? And when it comes to the black community, I can't do that because you don't normally see it. Well, I don't give a fuck because you're gonna see it. And I know I'm for certain people, and I know I'm not for certain people, but trust and believe when you see me.
Yes, you are unapologetically you all the time. That's one of the things that I love about you because you don't change around nobody.
I ain't paying attention to none of that when I met him, so I just want y'all to know I ain't fucking paying attention to the hair, the outfit. Like, I don't even remember your hair being that long. So
It's always that.
I don't remember.
And it gets long.
I don't.
I had just cut it
remember.
like a couple days ago because I was stepping.
Oh yeah, it was summertime too, so you might have had it up. I think you might have had it.
I'm looking like I don't remember them.
I don't even remember what color I had when I went to the car show. I went to look at the video.
Yeah, I don't know. But I will say one thing that I do notice is like it's like a lot. It's already competitiveness with having friends, but I feel like it's a lot more competitiveness when it comes to the LGBTQ community. Look, that's a lot of letters.
It is.
It's some new ones.
I think
it's LGBTQIA plus something like that.
I'm gay. Whatever you think of, whatever you think is whatever you think. That's a big word for Alma.
There's some new letters.
No, it is competition. Like I had friends that think that because any hairstyle that I had, that was the reason that I got attention, which wasn't true because I was in bonnets and scarves and still getting hit on. So my hair has nothing to do with it. I think it's my confidence. And it's a lot of things. Like I never noticed that I walk with my head held high because I just be walking like I just mind my business. But I'm not gonna walk down like with my head down. What? I don't even like seeing that when people do it. Like if you're around me, I'm the type of person I want to build you up. Like I want you happy. I want like these are my true feelings. Like I want you to feel good about yourself. Like don't walk with your head down in front of me because I'm gonna tell you to pick your head up.
If you're ever having a bad day, and like Bubbles always know when I'm having a bad day on the phone, like he just can sense the energy. Cause he be like, "What's wrong, friend?" But you always do just give positive comments, and sometimes I don't think people understand how important it is to give friendly comments, and be supportive of your friends. That's super important. No matter who you are, because some people fight battles that they don't want to talk about. Mm-hmm. And I think that sometimes your friends, some friends are more accepting than others.
But I think that goes back to last week when I was like, you know how sometimes people take everything personal and it really don't be about you. Mm-hmm. And I think that goes with friendships too. Like, it don't always be about you.
Mm-hmm. So while we're talking a little bit about friends, the accountability factor is what we want to start talking about. The accountability factor, especially when it comes to friends, because y'all gonna see a lot of clips today from a lot of different podcasts, and I felt it was better for me to present it this way because if we just reacted to it, it would have came off as, but they're just females and that's just their opinion and we're trying to make it and be against them when it's not true. But the accountability that you have with your friends is super important because when you start podcasts and you start talking about things, one, we tell you all the time, we are not therapists. We don't know everything about relationships. All we do is be very transparent with our experiences and things that we learn.
Hell yeah, and I'm still learning. Okay. Shit, this relationship shit ain't easy. Shout out to my boo dad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you suggestions that when you start a podcast, no matter who you started with, y'all need to like really get to know yourselves and each other because people be saying some outlandish shit, and I think sometimes because they're on camera with them, they don't want to call them out. But then you get podcasts.
Here's the reality. Yeah. This is why chivalry is dead and women killed it. I mean, y'all can say what you want to say, man.
It ain't
but
dead.
Why is a man, real talk, like feminism is here. You know, women are more educated than ever before. They make their own money. You know what I'm saying? And as a byproduct of them making their own money and becoming more successful, you get a little bit more masculine energy. You're not going to be a heavy hitter making money by being passive and a pussy. You're going to become a little bit more masculine, right? And then on top of that, women are just having a little bit more recreational sex, which is fine, right? Cool, do your thing. But you can't expect men to be traditional, hold the door open for you, pay for the date, treat you like a lady, etc. when you guys are no longer traditional women. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
So guys have adapted to the situation because men haven't really changed. Women have.
Now they were Asian.
And she left.
Yeah.
I would have smacked the shit out of it.
This is one podcast. Y'all don't know that was Fresh and Fit podcast. First of all, they are like have some of the most controversial comments, but I'm starting to think that's just their character.
What are they doing this shit for views?
Maybe they are
doing it for clout.
Yeah. Okay.
Do any of them have here's my question. Do any of these men that get on these podcasts with the microphone, do any of them have relationships? Do they have high value women? Are they high value men in my Kevin Samuels voice? I got questions. I really do, because what the fuck? Because I got money and shit. I got masculine energy because I get my ass up and go to work every day.
When it came to these comments, I feel like a lot of things that people think called chivalry is fucking common. It should be common human kindness.
Yeah.
Like, you telling me because I make my own money and I have achievements that you don't want to fucking hold the door open for me? He said something about being traditional, not like
traditional what?
Traditional means
That's
different things to different people, though. It
was the recreational sex for me, because women are having more recreational sex. So what are men doing? Because we having sex with y'all. So make that. So y'all having recreational sex too? Like, what? Make it make sense.
Y'all, it's an emergency outside. I know y'all gonna pick this. Y'all gonna hear that shit in the background. I can't help it. Sorry.
I hear them choppers going.
But no, that shit is real. Like, it's podcasts like that one that just make me want to shake my head and like, who? Yes, any of y'all can welcome to pick up a mic and say how you feel. But to say some shit like that, then you sitting in a room full of women.
And you could tell they was uncomfortable.
Yeah, the one girl with the curly hair was in there.
It's getting really bad. And I've seen this shit all over TikTok now. And it's finally men that are starting to hold some of these other men accountable. Because I feel like it sounds better coming from a man than it does sound coming from a female. At this point,
if y'all want to be bad bitches and date men, just say that. Because that's what it feels like. Because y'all have all these negative things to say about women who are dating men. But who the fuck are y'all dating? Are y'all dating men? Because I want to know. It's getting to the point where it makes me feel like these men want to be bad bitches so bad.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing now is that with these podcasts, people have lost the purpose of having it. Because I thought the sole purpose of having a podcast is to generate a conversation, to educate, to help others. When a lot of these podcasts now are just sounding like it's not based off facts, it's based off your opinion.
They are like
it's a lot of unhealed people. It's a lot of unhealed people that are behind the mic, and it's just bleeding all over social media.
I really feel like they're honestly just really doing it for clout and views, because they know people live for that. Like Love and Hip Hop, if it was like about good, you think they'll have the views that they have?
I watch Love and Hip Hop for a good laugh. I don't take none of them people seriously. Okay, exactly. I watch it to get a good kick.
But they know,
my friends.
But if they do a fight or they do anything with drama, it's going to get more views compared to.
Of course, they want to get the people who have the drama.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So sometimes I feel like some of them are saying it for clout, but then that's me just being nice because I'm trying to give you the benefit.
But I feel like some of these men, like, they legitimately feel this way.
Yeah, they do.
Like, and that's why it makes me wonder, like, what outside relationships do you have? Like, do y'all have wives? Do y'all have girlfriends? Do y'all have big mamas? Do y'all have daughters? Like, it makes me wonder, like, and then it makes me wonder what type of relationship do you have with your mother? Because is your mother a high value woman? Was she high class? You know what I'm saying? Like, is she having? Because you know, older people out here single too. Is she having recreational sex with men too? Like, because when you make these generalized statements, you include your mama in them statements. Okay.
I just don't.
And why would you not want a strong woman that gets her own, even if she's making more than you? Okay, but at least she's making money. It's more money for y'all to grow.
This leads me to my second segment. So y'all know, y'all seen me respond to like a couple of different clips from different podcasts or whatever, but I didn't respond to this one viral one, and it's been everywhere all week long. But it's this person I follow on TikTok named Consciously. He responded to it, and I felt like his accountability to these people who posted whatever. I don't even know what podcast is. I don't even want to know. All I know is I hope somebody else closer to them says something that resonates with them in order to change. I don't even want them to change their mind before to really touch them to understand how they're portraying not only themselves but like it may. I'm not judging your mama for raising you like that because after a while you make your own choices and you're an adult. But at some point, I know your mama should be saying something to your ass about shit that
auntie, somebody older.
Somebody with common sense.
Sure. Gotta be checking y'all.
So I'm gonna let y'all. Hopefully y'all can hear it on Instagram.
Literally, she says, "I got a good job. I make very, very good money," and she says, "The only thing I need now is a man." It's like, yo, it's like, who wants you? Who wants you? You're right. Like, once you have achieved these things, you have unfortunately disqualified yourself.
Ooh, and shit.
And what it is these, and this is the thing. I'm not blaming women.
Women are gonna hate him for that shit. They are gonna hate him for that. I can't wait to put this shit out.
Number one, what does it mean for us to have all these conversations about what do you bring to the table? The woman say she bring everything and you say, I don't want you no more. What does it mean? Number two, women exceeding expectations and being all they can be is not a negation of your manhood or masculinity. If you feel that way, it is show that your shit is fragile. Number three, as a college professor, you know that studies show that female college students will literally dim their light in order to appeal to their male counterparts because they recognize that men's fragile masculinity will make you where, man, I don't get to feel like a man if you know more than me, head ass. Number four, y'all make all dudes with podcasts look like some misogynistic ass suckers, bro. And speaking of suckers, that takes me to number five, man. What y'all just seen was an illustration of sucker solidarity, where you have grown-ass men trying to appeal to other suckers by demeaning women. Sucker solidarity. Number six, y'all want to go back to the past so bad, because how dare a woman be high achieving? You want to go back to the times when women had to have a man to have a bank account and have a house and be able to pay bills, huh? Just say that. Number seven, I'm convinced that Jeff Bezos and the CIA is dropping down all these podcast mics to the plantation patriarchs to be able to bite back on some of that unity that we was able to get in 2020. Number eight, I'm having a hard time believing that a woman told him, I've achieved all these things, I make this money, I just need a man. I'm having a hard time believing that. It sounds like you just trying to make a point. What university or school did everybody go to over the pandemic that made them relationship gurus now? What's the university called? Kevin Samuels University? Conclusion, if the one dude say he not blaming women for being high achievement, then who is he blaming? And the other dude, why are you so happy to gaslight women and putting this one up? You're going to make them mad. Why?
Fuck certain niggas.
All I can say, so we do have a comment from Instagram. What's up, Doug? Thank you for always checking in with us. It said, in both cases, those are opinions of men with control issues. They want someone they can control. Absolutely agree. I'm so happy that Consciously said it, and I didn't say it because I felt like that was some sucker ass shit. Like, we have all these talks about what do people bring to the table, and then when people are always like, well, having a degree and being accomplished isn't bringing something to the table. That's your accomplishments. What can you do? Well, I can't even get to that conversation if you're worried about what the fuck I done achieved. Like, if that, and it does, like, I don't think they understand that it sounds like you have some hurt egos and you know that you can't live up to that standard of where they want you to meet them at. And so you say something.
But the crazy thing about it is a lot of women they are not pressed for you to make a certain amount of money or be, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have our standards, but I'm not pressed for you to make more money than me. I'm not even pressed for you to make the same amount as me, because at this point, if you got a job and you doing well for yourself, or if I see that you
that ambition,
right, I see that you grinding, you doing what you got to do to get where you need to be, then yeah, and that's okay with me. Like I said, having a dude with money means nothing, because he could treat you like shit. Mm-hmm. He can treat you like shit.
Y'all saw Madere. Y'all saw that.
And you can get you a man that's not even nowhere near that man's status, but he can treat you like a queen. Exactly. And do whatever it is to make sure that he won't have your back, or whatever the case may be. It's just like, I think in today's society, there's a lot of bruised egos, and there's a lot of men feeling some type of way because women are surpassing men in so many categories. And it's like, as a Black woman, we gotta fight 10 times as harder even to get to where we are, what we have right now. So it's like, why wouldn't you want, like Bubble said, a strong person or a strong woman? Why wouldn't you want that on your team? Like, I'm confused.
So I put a post up on Facebook earlier this week where somebody just kept saying that she was the prize. If you don't feel that your partner is the prize too, I feel like y'all already lost.
Yeah, like, we both gotta.
I don't know. I think people value themselves more than what they should. Like, it's the way that you present certain things to the public that just makes me raise an eyebrow at you. Like, why the fuck would you think that you're the prize? Like, what? But you're looking for someone. So how does that make you a prize too? So what else can you do? And why do you feel that you're the only prize in the relationship? I'm not saying that a man should not cherish you if you're a great person. All I'm saying is, why would you not want to find someone equal who's equally a prize so that y'all cherish each other? To those comments that was in that last clip, though, I don't understand how 3 men sat and recorded that shit, and like he said, yeah, it really was a gaslight, like, because we don't know if he's really agreeing with him or disagreeing.
It's almost like men be scared to check other men in the moment, because if you didn't feel that way, you could have checked him on the show. Like, why you couldn't have checked him in the moment? Because to me, all of y'all agree with what he said, whether you do or don't. But nobody checked him. So at this point, then I can't. Well, all the women are gonna be mad at him. Like, okay, so that means y'all agree with the bullshit, right? And you couldn't wait to put it out because you can't wait to see everybody's reaction to it.
Exactly. And I said this before. I even made it like a message of the week, that some of y'all is so worried about being connected to people who are well known that y'all be with the bullshit. They don't.
Say it again.
And when you connected to bullshit, guess what? Your shit stink too.
Thank you.
Y'all be real practical.
Because I think a lot of people have gotten away from holding their friends accountable, being scared to check them. And understand, check don't mean that, I ain't saying go yoke them up in a fucking corner. I'm just saying, have a real conversation with them. Like, is this really where you're mental? Is this really how you view other women? Because I'm a star that birds of a feather do flock together in certain situations. I'm sorry. I'm not saying it because Jessica's a hoe, that Kendra's a hoe. All I'm saying is that sometimes people's mentalities can start to rub off on others. And so if 3 out of 5 of your friends is on bullshit, I'm assuming you on bullshit too. So you canceling yourself out of these dating equations and shit like that. But I just need can y'all like really have real conversations with y'all friends outside of sports and cars and shoes?
I have a lot of straight friends, and a lot of my straight friends, like, they do be dogging women, but I open my mouth because I come from a single mother and I've seen a lot, and you ain't gonna. I feel like you're talking about my mom, so I'll open my damn mouth. But if they're not doing nothing, then what? Why?
Look,
I hate. I really
going down the rabbit hole.
Cause get to know my damn mouth, child. She know I will go all. I do not like that. I just don't like people belittling nobody. If you have a strong woman, you should be glad that you have a strong. Why would you want a weak woman? Why would you want somebody weak? Period.
It's the control.
It's to make them feel like they're empowered or make them feel like they like that nigga.
It's a control thing.
But you're really weak.
Because I don't know, it's a clip going around from Ready to Love or Married at First Sight where the guy was basically upset because the girl didn't go. So she works from home and they had a housewarming. And her friends went and got the food. And she didn't go pick up the food. And he felt some type of way. He was like, well, you work from home. Why would you send your friends to get your food? Like, he kept saying, as your husband. And he was like, I'm not your friend. I'm your husband. Sir, what? Control. Like, it's a control thing. And I don't know, like, first of all.
If you want to control something, get a pet.
Exactly. I'm going to say this in the Black community. Y'all already know that that's not our thing. Now, y'all know with the mayonnaise folks.
The mayonnaise folks?
Them women.
I know I'm 2 shades away.
Their women have always been weak. Like, for real. Y'all take it back to slavery. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this again. Anytime you know your husband out there raping the slaves, and you just okay with that, and then knowing he impregnating these slaves, and then allowing the mulatto child, you know that's what they call them, to come stay in the house and be the help. Come on now, weak, and that's where it comes from. Okay, that's where it comes from. Because women liberation movement, all that, the suffrage, all that shit was not for Black women. That shit was for the mayonnaise people.
And these men don't owe you. They don't owe you. Like, they don't owe.
Y'all better look up the history as to why a woman takes on a man's last name. Look up the history of that.
I never looked at it.
You better look it up.
I never really thought about that.
I
am, and I'm going to call you because
y'all better talk about it in the group chat.
Okay. Oh my God.
Well, we're going to go to another clip before I get too far sidetracked.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
At this point, I want to smack them.
I know it's Women's History Month, but y'all better look into it.
This was another man who responded to, he didn't respond to these clips, but it was just a general response to a podcast that he saw of men who were doing similar things.
So let's have the conversation. I realized that I've been receiving a lot of criticism from men because I was honest about the fact that these podcasts that you see are coming from men who are fragile. They have a high level of fragility, which in turn turns into anger because they had a level of vulnerability. I'm gonna educate. The vulnerability started when they opened up their heart to a woman and they were rejected. They grew up knowing that they was never really that attractive. Again, I don't call them ugly, but they're different. So what they did was, in that vulnerability of being rejected, they became very fragile and sensitive to it. But they had no space to create content to talk about the things that hurt them, i.e. here comes the podcast, here comes the TikToks, here comes the YouTube videos of men who never had a real relationship or were never really loved to be able to dump on women their anger. But the anger started because they had a moment of sensitivity. The sensitivity came from the fragility came from the vulnerability of being rejected by a woman. I'm teaching right now. I hope you're learning this lesson. And so what happens is most men today will get upset with other men like me who are married with a family, who are stable, who don't have that fragility because we did the work personally while we were in a relationship or before we got in one. So whenever I go on a traveling trip emotionally with my wife, I am bringing my luggage and not my baggage. My baggage are the areas that I am broken in, which makes me fragile and sensitive and causes me to act out in anger. But if I had the total understanding of who I am based on luggage, equipment, prayer, study of the word, good character, good understanding of my emotional health, a therapist, these are great tools that you take on the trip of a romance or a relationship with the person that you love. The problem is that we have angry men who couldn't catch a nosebleed if somebody punched them in their face, relationship wise, because they have never really dealt with the emotional wounds of their vulnerability, which led to their fragility, which caused them to be highly sensitive when a woman says something to them that leads to anger. So you talk down about a single mother, for example, who have kids, but a lot of you men don't even make the money they make. You criticize a baby mama, but you are a baby daddy. But that baby mama, who's actually a mother, is raising her children, making 6 figures. So she's got double the duty and responsibility while you can't even break 50,000 because you don't have the emotional capacity. Because it's not the money you make that's defined you. It's the work and the effort you put in before you get it. So I'm never offended by a man who criticizes a woman for being a single mother when he can't carry the load.
Try to belittle black women or belittle women is because they can't do what they do, and he mad. So the only way for him to feel better about himself is trying to make that woman, like belittle, like make her feel low, so it can make him feel better. That's why he do it. Because if it wasn't a problem, you wouldn't say it.
I feel like a lot of some men, not gonna say that. I feel like some men do that though. Like, he hit it on the head. You criticizing the baby mama, but you a baby daddy. You are someone's child's father, and it's crazy.
So you gotta watch who you sleep with.
Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna play some clips from Cruise Season later on in the show, but there was one particular thing that I didn't copy the clip. There was a clip where he said there are more people concerned about becoming a parent than they are being married. And those two things just is throwing the numbers way off. That's why I had so much disconnect. And I'm like, well,
I never thought.
But he doesn't just put the blame on women, he puts it on men too. Because it takes two. Mm-hmm. But he definitely stressed to women is stop trying to have a kid thinking that because he had a kid with you, it will help your relationship go to another level.
Listen, a baby ain't kept a child in 3,000 years. Okay. A baby has never kept a man
at all.
In, again, years. BC AD. Okay, so stop.
And I know y'all went through it before.
Because now you stuck with a baby that you really didn't want, and you still don't got the man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, and if you go back to like some of our grandparents' times, a lot of them was out here in the streets. But guess what? They took care of them kids. They came back home to take care of their family. Not saying that they make it right, because this generation is not standing for that bullshit.
Oh yeah, because
we're not standing for that bullshit.
I'm not saying, but nobody got a damn family around the corner. You can kiss my ass.
But I will say this. Please be very mindful of who you procreate with.
Say it again.
Just because they look good and y'all jeans look like it's going to go well together, really get to know who you're dealing with.
Listen, y'all know a lot of stuff comes from the father.
He said he want to give me a baby. And that's what he gonna give you, just the baby.
He was in it, and I'm like, God, it was just a little slip.
Listen, a lot of things come from the father. Like, seriously, y'all don't understand. Women's eggs are always X's, so we don't even determine the sex of the baby. The man determines the sex of the baby. Okay. So when I'm telling y'all look, this is science. I know I used to teach biology. You better look it up, because a lot of stuff that these kids get, it truly comes from their father. A lot of stuff. Yes, you get the 23 from each parent or whatever. You get that, but it's a lot of diseases, certain disorders and stuff. It comes from the father. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's science.
Absolutely.
It's in the biology textbooks. You better look it up.
I absolutely believe that because in the past couple of years, I have found out that more stuff is in my father's side of the medical history than it is my mom's. And then when it came to learning my mom's side, it was her father that passed a lot of things on. So it was just like,
I'm telling you, it comes from the father. Sickle cell comes from the dad. Look it up.
I'll tell you one thing, my father didn't give me the melanin.
But I'm telling y'all, and people used to laugh at me because I would be like, well, what type of grades did you have in school? Like, what type of student? You like, I'm asking all that. Because I want to know, did you have an IEP in school? Like, did you have a learning disability? Did you have behavior issues? Like, I really be asking these type of questions, and people be looking at me like, no, because you need to know.
Please don't ask me no questions about high school, okay?
Especially if you're going to have a baby, you want to know.
I was a straight A student, so I got high school.
I'm just saying, y'all, like, this stuff, y'all really.
I'm smart, though. Don't play with me, y'all. Don't play with me. I can read like a motherfucker, and I educated myself. School wasn't doing it for me. I don't know what the fuck they was doing with the teachers at Laurel High School.
And half that shit in the textbooks don't even be right.
That part.
And then you want to tell me it was wrong on the text. Fuck you.
Well, as a teacher, I give open book tests and they still fail. So I don't know.
Well, I didn't have them problems.
Okay. I literally would give them the review as the test. We just did these answers 2 days ago. Still getting wrong. Literally. And it would be, the questions would be in the same order. Literally. And they still would fail.
When I was a teacher aide, I got tired of grading the papers. I said, y'all all got A's.
If Phyllis was my history teacher or my science teacher, I probably would have passed, but I just stopped going to high school. So. But that's neither here nor there.
They're calling the parents now to tell you that your student is not in school.
I do want to take a moment to.
Here's the reality. Yeah. This is why.
My bad, y'all. I did not mean to play that clip. But during the break, we're not taking a break yet, but I'm gonna say during the break, you're going to see the interviews that you didn't get to see last week. It was a little bit choppy. It's okay, I done fixed them. So y'all will see everybody that we interviewed from Boschella on the break, as well as you will see their Instagram names. Please write them down. Those lovely businesses. Phyllis was in rare form, knocking out them interviews.
Support Black business, y'all.
Yes, continue to support Black businesses. We will have some more showcase. We are looking forward to doing this event in May for all girls car show. Real Car Girls.
I'm going.
Real Car Girls Matter is presented. So we will be at that event. We are looking forward to doing a lot of new things, different things, opening new conversations this year. This show, we wanted to really just talk about accountability for the Black community as a whole. Because I don't want anybody to take this show as we're bashing Black men or that we're just not listening to what they're saying. I think that it's important for our platform to be a part of the change where we just give suggestions.
Our opinions.
It is mixed with a little bit of our opinions, yes. Mm-hmm. But it's also giving suggestions so that people can be more receptive to what you're putting out. Because a lot of the energy you're receiving is negative and you're going viral for negative things. And so I wouldn't be proud of that. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't be proud of that. So I hope that going forward, a lot of these podcasts, and it's unfortunate that majority of them are men who are saying these crazy ass things, and I really hope that they can find somebody or somebody can really reach them for them to understand that it's important for us to be mindful of how we present information. We should be able to have an environment where, granted, I want y'all to feel safe about however y'all feel and whatever y'all want to talk about. I want y'all to have that safe space. But in your safe space, it should not result in degrading a whole race of women. I just don't feel that that's fair because there are not a lot of female podcasts just bashing men. If y'all really listen, they talk about their experiences with men, but they're not bashing all men. Because every day, well, the people that's still dating, trying to date out here, they still constantly make a choice to try and date black men. As opposed to when black men are tired of dealing with black women, they just jump ship. They just jump ship. There's this one clip while we're talking about black men because I feel like a lot of the black men who had those comments are supporters of the next person. The next clip that I'm going to play, and we've even had guests who have supported Mr. Samuels. I personally really like this clip, so I hope the people who call him the Godfather and Unc. I really hope that y'all went back and listen to this one clip, okay?
You guys want that kind of outcome. You want that kind of power. You want to be able to talk to women like that. But you don't want to put the work in. You don't want to build the resume. You don't want to actually have it where it counts to have the real leverage. You want her to respect your masculinity and your manhood because you have a penis and an XY chromosome. It don't work that way. Women respect resources. You can't check a bitch because you got nothing to check with. The only place you dominate is in the bedroom. Dominate on the balance sheet. Dominate on your wallet, which is your accomplishments. Any woman that you choose to deal with, her money should be no good with you if you're 100% man. You pay everything. Why? Because it keeps her in her feminine when she's with you. I don't give a shit. The women I deal with, they know I don't care what you do when you're not with me. Well, you don't even tell you about the guy. I don't care. All I care is how you operate when you're here. Will that be the way it is always? No. Eventually, I'm going to pick one. I don't want a rotation for the rest of my life.
He was on Nicki's live not so long ago too.
Yeah, I did hear about that. So, just to dissect that clip a little bit is because a lot of his followers are always like so hyped up that he's always going in on women. But I didn't see a lot of people really reacting to how his old clips were because he used to go in on men a lot.
Yeah, he had to go with what was going to get him views and, men bashing women.
Yeah, unfortunately, he has fed into what society is grasping at this time. And for whatever reason, it takes, I don't even want to say just bashing women. It's like bashing black women is like a trending thing right now.
Bashing us, but imitating us at the same time.
Yeah, Nicki just talked about that too.
TikTok, these white women are out of control.
Stealing their dances, stealing everything. That's what Nicki was like when she was talking on her live. She was talking about why is it okay? Why can't I embrace that I started this or started this trend? But then what they do is they take things from these black people or black women and then put it on somebody else, and they think that person.
Bitch, what? Them is edges.
Oh my god, I did see that video with the white. I said, what the sticky bang? This just ain't no stickers. You know how long it takes to get edges?
She probably did, but I know y'all seen that little advertisement though. The little shit you slide.
I wouldn't do it, but
all right, but yeah, because we get off topic. But it's just like okay. So with what Kevin Samuels said, excuse me, crown starting to kick in. I don't agree that a man should pay for everything. Right. I really do. And I'm not even into the whole 50-50 bullshit. Like whatever works for your relationship. I have said that 1,000 times on here before. Like, at this point in my life, I am okay with being with somebody that makes less than me. Like, I'm okay with being the breadwinner in my household. I don't give a fuck. It's going to the same household. As long as we are both contributing to the household, bills getting paid, we still got running water, electricity, all that. I'm fine. Like, I don't care about none of that. But I do think that a lot of men's egos is very fragile, and they are intimidated by a woman that makes more than them because they feel like she doesn't need him. And that's the problem. They feel
People
like
want to be needed, and
it's like
the only person I need is sweet Jesus.
Like, I want you here, yes. But do understand that I can take care of myself. If I was taking care of myself before you got here, what makes you think that I need you to be here for me in that sense?
Do you know that there are some men that won't date a pretty girl? They won't date a pretty girl that makes them feel like they can have anybody else, so why would you be with me?
Well, he need to check his self-esteem.
And this is what I want you to understand, because we're going to talk about the Little Dirk India thing too. So, I want you to understand there is a thin line between preference and just making certain choices, and the reason you get behind them is stem to something that is really your own internal battle. Because a lot of y'all be saying preferences, but that's like, good example. A black man says that he's dating white women because black women are problematic. I don't give a fuck who you date. But to say that you chose this white woman because the black women that you experienced were problematic might truly be a problem.
Also, what's your definition of problematic? Because what is problematic?
The biggest word of the last couple of years have been that black women aren't submissive enough.
Give me something to motherfucking submit to. That's it. That's all. I'm so tired of this conversation. If you give me something to submit to, then I will be submissive. That is it. That is all. In a nutshell, okay? Submission has nothing to do with being your slave and cooking and cleaning. No, make me feel safe in your space. Make me feel comfortable being vulnerable with you. Make me feel okay with crying in front of you, telling you how I feel. That causes submission, not because you got a dick and some money. The fuck?
Yeah, it's not always about money, but I think a lot of people try to.
Okay.
A lot of people try to lead with that money conversation, and they're like, "Well, if they in this tax bracket, they ain't trying to submit." But they be out here saying that they need a man. First of all, somebody in certain tax brackets ain't gonna say that they need a man. They would say they want one, but they don't need him.
I want one, but I don't need him. But I say all the time, fuck you.
I think that a lot of these purposes are getting construed. I don't think that a man should pay for everything, especially at the time that we live in now.
Yeah.
Now, I agree 100% with Phyllis said, whatever works for your household, because I know some households where the man definitely brings in more money than the woman, and she won't have to come off of no money to pay no bills. All she has to do is get groceries and make sure that the kids are straight. Then there's some households where they split it evenly. In some households where the woman is the breadwinner and it might be 60-40 when it comes to paying bills. Please do whatever works best for your household. I do want y'all to say, so I experienced this probably like 10 years ago. Me and at that time my boyfriend lived together, and it's my first time living with a partner. He he got paid weekly. I got paid bi-weekly, but he made more money than me. For whatever reason, in his mind, he thought we should split these bills. But I had more bills than him. So I was like, I micromanaged the shit out of my money. I didn't tell him what he could and couldn't do with his money. But at the end of the day, looking when I got to a point where I wanted to reflect on it, I just said, you was a selfish motherfucker, for real. Because you still have more money to do whatever you wanted to do, don't know what you were doing with it, because you still went and did some other bullshit on the side and caused it, you made your life harder because you end up going to jail for that shit. But there's no reason why we should have been going 50-50 if your ass was bringing in more money than me. And it took me getting out of that experience to realize that there are really people who operate like that. Yeah. They truly believe it should be 50-50 no matter what you bring.
That 50-50 mindset is so dumb. It's just dumb. Like, because think about it. Back then, you had a lot of women who stayed at home. And you had a lot of, I know especially down in the South, our grandmas and them. Grandpa went and made the money. What he do? He came home and handed the check over to grandma. He took whatever he was going to take out. He made hay and gave the rest to grandma. And grandma took care of everything. So it's just like that 50-50 is just dumb. Because if I know I got more bills than you, I'm going to be like, listen, this is what I can pay. This is what we're going to have to break it down to what works for us. So if we get to the point where it's like, all right, I'm paying all the rent. And it's like, all right, you got utilities. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm still contributing to the household. And that's really, that's all that matters.
That's why those conversations that a lot of people be trying to avoid are so necessary. Like, have those conversations about your finances, how you intend to provide or assist, how you your thoughts on how you plan to raise your kids, whether it be religion or discipline. All those conversations become super important, and I think it's better to have them early on. I don't know how many people have watched Love is Blind.
I don't watch that, but my friends keep telling me to watch it.
So they just finished their second season, and I watched it. I was going to use a clip from one of them because I really think this one person on the show was like a prime example of what a narcissist is. But I was like, no, I'm going to save that for another day. But that show I'm not going to say forces people, but they volunteer to be in a setting where they are in pods and they talk to each other and they build an emotional connection prior to ever seeing them. I think they have like 14 days to date a number of people and decide if they connected with someone enough, they can propose to them. Now, for a long time, I didn't think that them fucking proposals was real, but they is legit getting married, like legit. So like I said, they're in the pause for like 2 weeks. Then after they have proposed and they go on like a vacation, they finally see the person, and I think I want to say they're on this trip for like a week. And then because they choose singles all from the same area, they select to have a house where they mutually live together. They live together, I think, for like a month leading up to the wedding. I just feel like, one, that's really, really fast. But if you build a connection and get those harder conversations out the way, I guess anything is possible. There have been, I think they have like their success rate is not, their numbers don't really look great. But I would say out of 6 couples on the first season, I think the first 2 are still married. They got married on the show. Then on the second season, now they still have 2 people.
They're like 40%. They got a 40% success rate.
Yeah, but I realized is some of them.
You said 6 couples.
I think it was 6 couples.
So that's out of the 12 couples, only 4 stay together.
I don't remember if it was really 12. Like they bring like a lot of people in, but they focus in on like
certain
6 couples. Yeah. But I will say the people who did get married have lasted on their show. Like that first season, they still together. I think it's like year 3 or 4 for them.
Oh, that's good.
And I ain't gonna lie, the best couple that I seen in that show was the interracial couple, Cameron and I think her name was like Lauren or something. But you get to see.
Couldn't be me though, but y'all go ahead.
Yeah.
I need to see you because
Okay.
I need to.
And
like,
that was the
I'm
thing.
Kiss him. Yeah.
And that was the thing. So it was one of the people on that show, and even though he was a narcissist, I agree with some of the shit he said. It's like, yeah, I connected with this person everywhere, but I don't have like this super deep physical connection to them.
Right. See, that's why I couldn't go on that show because I need to have not just that emotional. Yeah, that's what I'm for. But sorry, y'all know my eyes getting up. But I need like that physical. Something about you gotta be like. Something about you gotta be like, ooh yeah, I'm gonna kiss him in the car or something like that.
Yeah, like if I don't, in my mind. Don't take it back. Because I remember that first conversation.
We all did.
I can't wait to have a toast at this one. Oh.
I'll be in the
Like,
back.
I remember when. I'm saying me and Demo was there when. No, but I think that you do, like me and my sister had this conversation too. So you can have a great emotional connection with someone, and then in person, you don't have that same type of connection.
Yeah, because I'm gonna look at you like, ooh, friends on.
I don't think
it was the look back for me.
Because I'm like, oh,
confirmation.
I don't think people understand that you can have. Sometimes your twin flame can be a friendship. Your soulmate. Sometimes
soulmate friendships are a thing, people. Yes, everybody that you meet, male, of the opposite sex or whatever you're into, it's not always somebody that you need to have sex with.
And I think that's one of the scariest things about like how dating now and everybody's on dating sites. And sometimes people be like, well, date outside of your area. Look, listen, because the pictures that they have there might not be how they are when they get here.
Fuck these dating sites.
Well, after seeing Tinder Swindler,
we did have one successful dating app story last week.
Mine's is still pending, but yeah, my brother X and Brittany.
I didn't meet mine on an app. Hallelujah.
X and Brittany, y'all did the thing. Y'all is married now. That's the success story.
And they met on an app?
Yeah. Oh. On Hinge, I think he didn't say Hinge.
He said Hinge, and Hinge was the ghetto because I was going there. The ghetto. I met mine in the street.
Not in the street.
That's what I would have been.
Not in the street.
And in the street.
Fuck these apps. Okay.
We're gonna blur past mine, but next.
So
I just want to say real quick.
Don't be sliding in our DMs.
Oh yeah, so that is an update to because last year we both started this show.
Yeah,
we
both started the show single, so now we not single no more. So don't be sliding.
I'm about to come on this show more often.
So don't be sliding in our DMs because we are happily taking women over here.
Okay.
It was a lot of prayer and manifestation, and we had to go through some shit to get
Okay. Shout out to my boy.
But people also need to know that relationships are trial and error. So if it don't work with that person, move on to the next. It's okay to move on. Like people just
fellas, it's okay if it didn't work out with the shorty that you originally wanted, and you feel like she might have been rude, or she didn't take into she didn't consider your feelings. Look, don't become an asshole because somebody hurt your feelings.
It's called trial and error.
I need y'all
don't mean it's not
to know rejection is a part of life. Because I'm pretty sure y'all done apply for jobs that y'all didn't get, and that's pretty much what dating is.
Yes, lot of lessons.
And you don't stop. That's good because you don't stop looking for jobs just because it didn't work for that one. So don't stop looking for relationships just because it didn't work for that one.
Look at this. Look what she slam up this.
It's the verbiage. The verbiage.
I love that. I didn't even think of that. See, you learn something every day, you guys.
Yeah.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
So yes, please do that.
It was a delay because like she didn't catch on.
So while we in here, you know, we all been drinking. I didn't even show this last week, y'all.
I'm drinking juice from Auntie Ann.
First of all, fuck that goddamn fuck that cup. What?
You took my wine glass back home with you, so I don't have one.
I did.
Yeah. Lord.
Yeah, what was it so weak right now?
I gotta pee. This is too much.
Don't worry, we're gonna break food.
Right, we getting ready to go to break.
Oh yeah, come on, Mike.
So I gotta bring Phyllis glass back because apparently I got it in the house. But this is the wine glasses that we have. They are $15. Yes. I don't care how small y'all think it looked on camera. It's a big ass wine glass because that's where the whole bottle of wine was in here yesterday.
Yeah, y'all better get some glasses.
Yeah, I got a glass that's similar to that, and I can fit a whole half bottle.
If you don't get the glass, you can kiss her.
Look, I cannot today.
I didn't say that.
Get the glasses, yo.
So when we come back, we're gonna have a follow up to what we were just talking about with relationships and statuses and everything. So y'all stay tuned.
What about
Oh, it's the keys. I did. You go straight down the hallway. I think yours is right there.
3 beautiful young ladies sitting right here. Y'all see all this black excellence. So I want y'all to introduce yourselves and introduce whatever it is that you're selling, okay?
Hello, my name is Chase, and I sell poppets and purses, and that's it. My name is Kayla, and we sell poppets, bracelets, and soap.
Hello, my name is Olivia, and I sell bracelets, keychains, and rings.
Okay, so they said they sell bracelets, poppet purses, keychains, and soap. Did I miss it? And baskets. Okay, so what's the name of y'all company?
AKC Shop.
Okay, so how can we reach you guys? You guys have like an Instagram or website? Go ahead.
AKC Shop 3.
All right, so make sure y'all support these young entrepreneurs. Here with
James.
And James, you are the owner of
Omnifurs.
Okay, so can you explain to the people what that is?
So Omni means all, rather than all shapes and sizes and forms. Omnifur is, in a nutshell, means I am all. Like, it's in everything, like light, energy.
All right, y'all. So it's a clothing line. That's what I'm trying to get him to tell y'all. Yes. He gave y'all what the meaning was. I'm trying to get him to tell that. Okay, so tell us what type of clothes do you sell?
I sell sports, but I'm certified in couture. You know, I like the jazzy look. If you want to be jazzy and you want to step out on the scene, I got you. And everything from scratch, sewed it together, everything.
Yeah, y'all see that? That's his shirt, okay? Everything from scratch. Okay, the camera right there. You know, give the people a preview. Okay. Oh, he make everything. Okay. So can you tell us how we can reach you?
Oh, I'm on IG Omni Movement Co. And then
Okay. So I'm here with
Christian.
And you are the owner or whatever business venture you have here?
Yes, variety necessity products. We're doing all shea butters, socks. We have scented shea butters. We have self-defense weapons and natural shea butter from Senegal, Africa.
Okay, y'all. So if y'all need to come get some self-defense stuff, they got you over there. Okay, so can you tell the people how to reach you?
Yes, my Instagram is FLUCSS. 202-534-2109 is the contact number.
Okay. And can you give us your business name one more time, just so the people can remember?
Variety of Necessity Products. Instagram, FLUCSS.
Okay, thank y'all. Make sure y'all like, follow. Turning guest. Okay, she's been on our show before. And y'all can see. Okay, so. Alright, so what is your name and the name of your company?
My name is Faye, and the name of my company is House of Luke Beauty 1950.
Yes, as y'all all know, I always talk about her because that's all that I wear on my lips. Hello? Okay, so what do you sell?
I sell lipsticks, I sell lip glosses, and I also sell lip liners, and there is more to come.
Period. And I got some of everything. I got almost all her products. Loyalty. Know me. Anyway, so how can we reach you?
You can hit me up on IG at @HouseOfLukeBeauty_. That's where I'm mainly at.
Okay, so we are here with Toddler Gang. Okay, the Toddler Gang. Okay, all the kiddies. So tell us what you do, what products you sell, like where we can find you, where we can reach you, anything you would like the consumers to know. Okay, so I specialize in clothes, 2T to 5T. Sometimes I go to 6. You can find me on Instagram. It's toddler_talk. toddler_gang_clothing. And I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. Them babies love me. Okay, y'all heard it from Miss Toddler Gang herself, okay? That the babies love her. Our clothes is fly, so she got the jacket, representing gang. So, is there anything else you would like to tell the people? What made me come up with the name? I can tell you that. I was always known in the family to only watch babies. I ain't never watched the toddler because they were always bad. Like the temper tantrums, the fallouts, all of that stuff. I couldn't deal with it. So when I got older, I got little nieces and nephews. They would all come to the family gathering, and I just used to call them their own little clique, their own little toddler gang. And there you go. Just like that. I drew the logo out, and it came to life. So there y'all have it, Toddler Gang. They are gang. So make sure that y'all log on, that y'all follow her and buy from her, because I know y'all got some toddlers. All them
Let's see, and I represent All Points District. I'm the CEO, owner, designer, creative mind of the whole All Points District.
Okay, so All Points District is a clothing line?
Correct. It's a clothing line that I started in 2018. I've been steady with it, and it's just been nothing but great.
Okay, that's good. So is there a way that we can reach you, like via social media, anything like that, so you give everybody your handle so they know where to go buy your products?
Sure, it's All Points District, ALLPOINTZ DISTRICT, All Points District with a Z. That's on Instagram, that's on Facebook. I'm Lex D, the real Lex D on Instagram too. Just follow me. Yeah, it's a great thing.
Yeah, y'all heard him, y'all. Make sure y'all follow him. All Points District, right?
All Points District.
Follow him. Follow him.
That's right. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Make sure y'all tap in for Wind Down Sundays, Sunday, March 20th at 6 p.m.
Killing us with impunity, enough is enough. George Floyd got murdered on TV for the world to see, so we took it right.
Get right or get left in the building. Make sure y'all tune in.
The riding and the looting is the only thing we see, so it seems that racism don't exist, but we keep got the data says a little different. The fucking am I missing your ancestors on some generational pimping, giving us food instead of letting us fishing. Symbolic wins never been enough. It's just basic math and it ain't adding up. Our contribution to this land our ancestors built it.
Got me eating on camera.
Hey, hey, y'all know the fuck going on. Look. Early morning, wake and bacon, fuck the bitches on a daily basis. Just texting, no conversation. Give a dick and baby, no relation. Gotta keep it basic. Jug when I'm modulating. Nigga, work is my occupation. Never obligated, listen to the hatred. Just insert the sticking, cause you know they hate. Early morning, wake and bacon, fuck bitches on a daily basis. Just texting, no conversation. Give a D and baby, no relation. Gotta keep it basic. Jug modulating. Work occupation. Never obligated, listen to the hatred. Just insert the sticking, cause you know they hate. Early morning, wake and bacon.
You gotta make a home good shit get crunchy. That's good question. Saying that you love me. Put your stick around for no fuck.
Okay. Run it back. So, the songs that you heard, well, everybody didn't hear it, but Instagram people heard it. Y'all might have heard a little bit over there on Facebook and YouTube. But let me tell y'all, I played a part of the song that Gimme Gang put out. Y'all heard, if y'all tuned in for their show, then you heard their songs. Mm-hmm. The streets need their album.
Period.
The streets need their album.
They got some stuff dropping March 18th, y'all, so just be on the lookout for
that.
All right, March 18th. Got some
Friday.
stuff coming out. All right.
It's Friday. Shout out to Gimme Gang. Hey, we had a lot of fun when they was in here in the studio, because Phyllis was lit as a wick. She was lit as a wick. The first song I played, that was Jesse O'Delly. So if you didn't watch his show, you can go run that back on YouTube as well. He's gonna have some new music dropping. I've been pushing him, y'all. Don't trust me. Everybody's music is A1 to me. It's played in my car. And if y'all can see like how I really have these links to the music, I'll be like, she is trapping.
Okay. I'll be in a note to my phone. Like,
for real. It's that deep over here. Hey, but we appreciate everybody who allows us to hear them and sample their new music up here. We appreciate it. We be jamming and vibing with y'all.
We definitely
do.
really
do.
I am going to put up this post real quick. I do want to send prayers and condolences to the Braxton family.
Because I feel like I lost a sister. I'm in my feelings.
I was sad as fuck when I looked at that. I said, excuse me?
Yeah, it's super sad. She was one of my favorite people.
Listen, because I'm in my feelings about Tracy.
Yeah, she was one of my favorite people. So I'm definitely sending prayers and condolences to her family, especially her son and husband. I couldn't imagine that pain and just having to deal with that. Not only like it's hard enough dealing with it when you're, regular people, but to be on a national stage like that and celebrity, it makes it even tougher. To change the vibe a little bit, because we didn't get to ask no questions last week, so I think we's gonna ask Bubbles some questions this week.
Okay.
It's been a minute.
All right. So, what's the most unlikely place you've ever made a friend?
Didn't I say somebody's bathroom?
Actually, that is true. I have met some people in the bathroom at the club. So, that would be the bathroom? Just because she said that? But it was true. The men's bathroom? No. What's the men's? Oh! Y'all.
So, while we on this topic real quick, so we was in Atlanta and we was at the club. So I was so confused, y'all. Because so I had to go to the bathroom as soon as we got in there because I've been drinking anyway. We was fresh off the road. And I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the women's bathroom, I opened the door, and it was two guys just standing there talking. at the like they had finished washing their hands. So I was so confused and that backed out so fast because I wasn't ready. I didn't know what to do, and I was just like, "Oh, no!"
She went, ooh. Wait, isn't this the women? I'm like, it's okay here.
Yeah, and then I was confused because the men's bathroom was like wide open, like you could just see all in that motherfucker, and I was just like, well, I don't want to go that way, but I don't know which way to go. And they was like, well, just come on. But so they were really nice. Like, apparently they could tell it was my first time being at the club like that because they was like, oh no, it's okay, we'll come out. And I was like, okay. So I didn't know they really had like another whole bathroom that was private back in the cut. But yeah, I was with my friends, so they were just like, well, we'll go with you. But yeah, they set me up in the beginning.
No, so there be sometimes in the club, like because we don't have our own like gay club anymore. They rent out the venue, so the security guard I don't really be straight. I just say regular. Like, as far as I know, they like female. So when they see us go in the girls' bathroom, sometimes they be like, "It's the girls' bathroom. Like you can't do that." In a way, I understand, but then it's just like we don't want them, so we're not gonna do anything like nothing like that. It's fine. But then I was just like one time to a guy, no disrespect, but I was like, but what if I was trans? What if I was like wanted to become a woman or something? And he said, you got it. I'm gonna fall back. He was like, I'm so sorry. Like he kept apologizing. And I was just like, no, I'm not, but I was using it as an example so you don't get in trouble because there is some people when they do book gay events and they do that, they book get in trouble. But I mean, at the same time, I understand. And then one time at Martini's, this older man, it was our night, and his wife so happened to be there, and he was like, "Y'all not going in there as long as my wife is in there." And my friend looked, and I looked, and he grabbed me so quick because he knew what was about to happen. I was about to really go off on him because I'm like, first of all, your wife ain't cute. Let's talk about it. And then second of all, you're doing too much. Like we would never disrespect a female, and you're supporting us, and you're in our environment. Like you know what I'm saying? Even if she was, well, clearly she wasn't lesbian, but even if she was, we still respect y'all. Like y'all, I feel like sometimes certain guys give a little too much energy when it comes to a gay male. Like they'll hang out with a lesbian before they hang out with a guy. Y'all need to understand, just because we like men don't mean we're checking for. Do you not know gays is picky? Like we're picky on our type of dudes that we like. Listen. I could be around so many straight people, like Kendra's brother. I call him my brother. That's the type of respect that we have for each other. I have never once flirted with him. I never once did anything to make him feel uncomfortable. He never once did anything to make me feel uncomfortable. I'm not gonna flirt with you. I don't care even if you are a guy. Even if I think you are cute, I'm still not gonna flirt with you. Like, no. Like, what the hell? Don't flirt with me. If you're not into me, don't flirt with me. That's true. That's a little conversation.
I think there are a lot of people who have their own insecurities.
Right.
And they're uncomfortable being in certain environments because they never explored a part of their curiosity that's in their head. And it seeps out because there's another TikToker who I think his name's like Mario or something. And first of all, his stories are hilarious. He's like mixed with Spanish or something. And he was saying he did a story time about him being out with his husband. And he said this
is that the one that talks about working from home? Oh, the one where he was talking about the guy that had the shorts on and he was like 5'5"?
Yes.
Oh
he
my
was
God,
like,
I love Mario.
and he
I feel out of the loop.
No, I played it for you. That's the one I sent you in the group chat. Remember about the
one you just sent?
Yeah. And you was like,
oh exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like when I was watching that, I was like, eat them up.
Because I think it's a lot of people who have this whole thing, or as long as they don't try to talk to me, and it's like, be audacity.
That man had one more sneaker on.
Yeah.
And ashy knees.
No lotion.
And I ain't gonna lie, like for a lot of people in both communities, that some of y'all it's the audacity for me.
Yeah, like what? Because I wasn't checking for you at all. Like,
And don't get me wrong, there is certain gays that do too much, but not all of us do too much. Like, if it was another guy that just strictly like girls, I'm still gonna be myself at the end of the day, but I'm still not gonna do nothing to make that person feel comfortable because I know certain people are weird with certain shit, and I just hope you don't make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, now I have seen it where, like, especially with lesbians, they feel like their whole objective is to find someone who's straight and try to turn them.
Which is weird as fuck.
Why would you want to make that accomplishment? Like,
there's certain days that
and what I really want to say,
your ego. Just go find somebody that likes what you like.
Like, why would you want to be with somebody or
that,
talk to somebody who don't like that?
I just want y'all to know that that's a form of sexual harassment.
It's giving predator.
It's
pretty much
a form of sexual harassment. Because if you continue to press up on someone who's already told you no, it's a form of sexual harassment. Which brings us to our next topic, how I wanted to discuss about Chris Brown and
put that bitch under the jail.
Let me tell y'all something.
Chris Brown?
Don't put Chris Brown under the jail. Put the bitch under the jail.
Chris Brown already went through stuff when it came to the whole Rihanna thing all those years ago. He went through all that stuff with Rihanna years and years ago.
My wife.
I understand that y'all feel like he might have some aggressiveness there, but for someone to play on the fact that knowing he's already experienced something and to falsify information.
Girl, listen. He got what he wanted and he ghosted your ass. The end. Niggas
Please stop doing that. And like, there are a lot of videos out now of men trying to, well, I'm not going to say trying to say, there are a lot of videos now out of men saying that women don't get the same consequences for wrongly accusing other people as men do.
And they don't.
And that's very unfortunate in this time. And then when you have people like that young lady who accused Chris Brown of doing stuff, it's very unfortunate because 9 times out of 10, if a woman says that a man did something to them, the world will listen to them before they listen to a man. I hope going forward, we can change that narrative and be able to. For me, it's like you're gonna have to get some detailed facts. You're gonna have to get some more detailed information.
She needs to be brought up on something because not only did you waste Chris Brown's time, but you also wasted lawyers' time. You wasted the court's time. Like, you wasted people's time. So you need to serve some time because the accusations that you made were truly detrimental. So that could have been detrimental to his career.
The fact that he has children. I think people don't understand how big of an accusation
all
that could
is
be.
Over because he ghosted you. Like,
smashed and dashed.
That ain't the first time. Like, that happens to people every day, sis. Like, every day. And I guess it's unfortunate that you feel some type of way because it was Christopher Brown. But you gotta let that shit go, sis. Like, and the thing is, like, you did the most to try to prove that he did this to you, and the whole time my man kept his receipts. Like, if he didn't have those text messages and all that other stuff.
Yes. We need to talk 23 podcast said that will stick with him no matter what. And it will.
What, the whole Rihanna?
No. Rihanna the move on.
No, just having that kind of accusation, period. People would be like, hey, you remember that time that Chris Brown got accused of such and such? That's just how it's going to be. It's because of his status. And those kind of accusations are real. Whether it was, that's just like, if it come out today that R. Kelly could prove his innocence, which we all know, no. But if he could prove his innocence, we all gonna remember what? That this motherfucker went to jail.
Well, to this day, all we talk about is how he peed on that girl in that video.
People will remember the negatives before they remember anything else.
Exactly. And they said sexual assault allegations never fully go away. They absolutely do not. Because if we take a look at what happened, we go way, way back to what happened in Emmett Till and how the lady came out and said that.
And the bitch never served a day.
Never served a day. She on
She
her
lied?
deathbed, she said that she lied on her deathbed.
That's really fucking some bullshit. If they really did it, then speak up. But if they didn't,
I don't like. Y'all gotta understand. It was a different time then, but at the same time, it's never okay to falsely accuse anybody
Never.
in any of those situations.
that's some serious shit. Like
they even have like I can't remember what show it was, but it was a show that addressed it too. And it wasn't that the young lady said that initially it was her parents caught her in a compromising position and she just went along with what her parents said. No, if your parents catch you doing some wrong shit, do not, especially not a black man, put them in a situation that is so unnecessary.
I know somebody who went in that shit. She went against her parents. She was like, no, it's consensual. Like, don't you?
I wanted it.
But I have a problem with that. As you know, we talked about this before. As someone who is a sexual assault survivor, like I have an issue with women who are out here lying. Like, no, because I really went through that. And I had to go through the physical part of it and the mental anguish and everything that I had to go through dealing with that. So don't sit there and lie. Like that is why the rape culture is the way it is today. Because first of all, it started in the slave time for the white man, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
Okay.
But this is why women aren't taken seriously when they are sexually assaulted or they are raped. That is the number one unreported crime in America is rape. It's the most unreported crime. And it happens more often than you guys realize. But because women don't want to have to go through the scrutiny of being like, well, you shouldn't have been dressed like that, or you shouldn't have did that, or whatever the case may be, that is why women don't come out about being sexually assaulted. Because when I came out about mine and I went to the police, I had to go through that bullshit. And that nigga is still walking around free till this day with fucking daughters. So, like, I'm over it. But it's just the thought of, like, you having daughters and you did what you did to me. Like, it's still kind of, it still pisses me off. It's like, nigga, you got daughters. But it's just like, this is why women don't come out. This is why we silence ourselves and we deal with that shit internally because of what we have, the scrutiny that we have to deal with. Because at the end of the day, society still will deem a woman being raped as if it's being her fault instead of making the man be held accountable. But I'm off my soapbox. Thank you for coming to my table.
No, but if y'all didn't catch that episode, because me and Phyllis both were, we poured our hearts out and somehow we managed to get through that show.
What episode was that? Because I need to see this.
I think it was Healing from Our Trauma.
Yeah. That was like our fourth episode? Third?
It was somewhere early.
Yeah, it was early.
Early recording visually. Because we had already started audio. But we both talked about our stories, and so the one thing about talking about our stories is we had different outcomes. She handled her situation different from mine, and I wanted to be fully transparent with y'all, but I could not disclose all those details because of other things. But it's extremely hard what people don't realize, one, to even talk about it publicly or to, try to really get other people to understand where your mental is because people always be like, but why this and why that? First of all, you're asking the wrong person why. Because it's why that motherfucker tried me. Yeah, why did they do that? You're asking me why, like, if y'all go back to that show, like I told y'all, I was in a whole relationship with someone when that happened to me, and the person consistently asked me, why did I meet up with this person? And I'm like, I had lost my brother. That was the day of the candlelight vigil. I thought that person was a friend. They showed me that they were not. I can't change what happened to me, but you have to be careful of how you address certain situations and questions because it becomes I'll never tell you anything else.
It's like victim shaming, and that's what I don't like. It's like you make us feel like we already feel like shit. We already feel like I felt like I couldn't shower enough. Like I felt like I couldn't wash enough. I felt dirty. I felt disgusting. And it's like I know that I did nothing wrong, but I still felt like And then so it's like when y'all say certain, like I stopped talking to one of my friends because she basically was like, well, nothing, bitch. If I said no, if I said stop, if I said get the fuck off me, I said what I said. That doesn't give a man the right to hold you down by your damn neck or whatever the case may be, and continue to do things to you that you don't want done to you. So it's just like you really, when it comes to that situation, you really have to be sensitive and you have to watch how you, like Pink said, word things and how you say things, because the woman is already blaming themselves. Mm-hmm. And so the things
we replay it a million times a night.
The things that you say, like mine was super traumatic for me. And I had to deal with it. Like I wanted to give up on fucking life because like I didn't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all really have to watch what y'all do and what y'all say. That's why I like women like her. Like no, she need to go be in somebody's prison. No, not the jail. She need to serve some time because that's not okay. Like it's not cool at all. It's just not. And like the rape culture again is the way it is in America because of how it started.
Especially because people really like y'all go through shit like that. So for you to lie about something, then they're gonna think, oh, women are lying when it comes to no.
Like, and that's already what people think now. Yeah. Like they already feel like, oh, she's probably lying, or it's always you wanted it, or you dressed a certain way, or you know what I'm saying.
But just because you dress a certain way, or because you have your ass cheeks out, don't mean it's okay for you to.
But that's the thought. Just like when we talk about like dress codes and stuff like that, and in school, like you can't wear shorts like this, or you can't wear tanks like you can't because guys are gonna look, or because it looks too sexual. Like what
fuck you have on? I want y'all to know that it does not matter.
It really don't. You could be in fucking sweatpants and a hoodie, and if that is on that man's mind to do that to you, he's going to do that to you, no matter what you got on.
Yes. Damn, I didn't want to take it there, but
my bad, y'all.
Yeah. But no, that situation with Chris Brown was really, it was hard to watch and hard to even watch like how the media and people in their comment section was responding, because for me, I didn't choose sides, but I'm always one of them people that I gotta hear all the facts.
When I saw it, I was like, this bitch, I just ain't believe it.
I gotta hear all the facts first. And he hadn't given a response. Nothing had come from his team. There was nothing. It was just silence. And I was like, man, something about this don't seem right.
Because even with Antonio Brown's situation, with the trainer joint, that situation, she, in my opinion, she tried it. Now I tried to really like understand from her point of view, because she was like, she accused him of raping her more than one time, but she was flying out to him. And I'm just like, why? Because the one, if he did it the one time, why would you fly back again?
Knowing he's going to do it again.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she said this man, like, I guess he jacked off in front of her and like skeeted on her back. Why the fuck? You knew he was coming. So why don't, like, it's stuff like that I just was like,
People's stories don't be making sense.
How can I be on your side when like you can clearly see when a man is getting ready to ejaculate, and you had to turn around because you had to hear something. Like he just wasn't jerking off and you didn't hear.
I don't know a man that is about to ejaculate and that is silent.
Not name one.
What?
And she was like, "Yeah, he came on my back," and it's like, wait.
And you didn't duck, bitch? I'm sorry. That's how I felt about that situation. It's like, bitch, you didn't duck.
Like what? Like, but it's like females, like y'all really need to stop because this is what we saw back in the day. Like Rosewood. That's why Rosewood was burnt down because the white woman was getting her ass beat by her white husband, but yet she wouldn't say it when somebody asked her that was white. Asked her what happened to her, she blamed it on the black man. That's why they burned down the whole fucking town of Rosewood. So please stop it, because this has been going on for years, hundreds of years.
And what I want y'all to understand is someone who has experienced that type of trauma will move way differently. Because it's not something that you really want to be public knowledge.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, girl, let me write this note.
I don't give a fuck how much money they get. It's not something that you really, if you go through something that's really that traumatic to you, you would not want it to be public knowledge, no matter what status they on.
You're gonna go through the courts.
You're gonna be quiet. You're just gonna tell your story. You're gonna have all your facts straight. You're gonna be able to recount everything. But you're not gonna want to be in the public eye and be bragging about, oh, this person did that. That is not how it works.
Listen, if y'all look up the court documents from the Jeffrey Epstein with, that man, number 45. Them girls was not trying to be out in the public, but if y'all read the docket, they were utterly fucking disgusting. 45 was nasty. Like, bleh. The stuff that them recounting their stories is like telling us. Oh, I can only imagine. I don't know how Melania did it, but I'm just saying.
People are dying that have never died before.
Like, try to tell y'all.
Something's wrong with
that's not anything that you're gonna get on social media and be like, yeah, so blah 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 did this, right. This, like you're not. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all ever read that, y'all gonna be sitting there like, I was reading this and like, oh yeah, and if y'all disclaimer, y'all need to watch Secret Life of Playboy, y'all, for real. Y'all need to watch.
What's that?
Is Kendra on there?
Yeah, Kendra was on it.
That's why I knew she was on
the white girl.
Kendra was on the second or third episode, but y'all really need to watch that. I just want y'all to understand Hugh Hefner was a fucking predator, and was.
They was talking about that on there.
Trash. Yes. Oh my God.
I didn't even make it all the way through it.
Listen, me and House of New Beauty 1950, you know that's my home. We watch. That's our thing. We watch on Mondays and we text about the show. But yes, we're on I think they're on episode 7 or 8 now. It's to the point don't buy me nothing with no fucking Playboy bunny on it. And I know Playboy is ran by different people now, but the history of Playboy, y'all. I'm looking at everybody sideways. Don Cornelius, Bill Cosby, any other celebrities that were frequenting the Playboy Mansion. I'm looking at your ass sideways.
Yeah, we learned something new.
It's the culture.
For real.
The culture in that mansion was disgusting.
Maybe we should start reviewing shows.
Listen, because I can give y'all the Playboy. Listen, and they got the Secret Chippendales coming on tomorrow. Watching that shit too.
Tell y'all, we gonna start doing some new shit too.
Because I didn't know none of this.
Oh yeah.
What?
Listen,
I watched Kendra when she had her own show.
Yeah, I love Kendra.
That. Yeah.
I think.
Thank you. I love you guys.
I think Kendra's super dope. But yeah, she was on there. Because they give you the whole history, so they kind of give you history, and they start with the 2000s, so they start with Kendra and them kind of, and then they start from when everything started, how Hugh Hefner came up as a kid, how he was a kid, and so then they go all the way up. So now I think trying to think. It's like a timeline kind of. But it's the information because it's people that are still alive that were, in the ranch and the way he had that shit set up.
Make it 5 minutes into.
No, I'm telling you, like I be on the TV like I be like, he did what? Like it's to the point where I'm just like, as a woman, it's like what made them stay in that mansion. Like that's how. Like it's one part of it. These people was on cocaine so fucking bad that the dog was addicted to cocaine, y'all. The dog,
like the bark,
like
ruff,
the bark, ruff, all four dogs was addicted to cocaine, and then it was so bad that when people like celebrities and stuff that came over, because apparently cocaine is like the thing in LA, so they had to put the dog away because the dog would go to like certain people because he could smell the coke. Like he knew you. That's how bad it was, and so the dog was putting the cokeheads on blast. That was at the mansion.
Hey, tell Tay come. We gonna do a virtual show. We gonna start reviewing some of the shows that a lot of people don't.
I'm trying to tell y'all, A&E be having the shows, man. I can't wait for the Chippendale joint.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Y'all making me not want to be a stripper.
Well, I retired my thought already.
I didn't, y'all. Oh.
So y'all have seen me play a lot of clips from like cruise season. I like their podcast one. I know sometimes they get a lot of criticism by the clips that they put out, but they do. It's not always just geared against women or to women. They also do some things that is geared towards men or against men. I like that they have multiple perspectives. So we're gonna watch a couple of clips from cruise season.
Me and this guy are dating, and I mentioned to him that I'm waiting for marriage to have sex. The guy I'm dating says he is cool with that, and then he mentions that we should go Dutch when we go on dates because he is saving his money for his wife. What WTF? I told him that's not cool, that he will not spend money on me because I want to wait until marriage. He says that's not the case at all, but clarifies that just like sex, he should be a good steward with his money and reserve that for his wife. I think he follows you. Is he wrong?
No, he not wrong. And then the first thing women will say is, that's different. How is my well-being a living? Because when I spend money on you, I'm taking from my own mouth. I'm taking from my pockets. I'm taking from my bills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm taking from my responsibilities to make sure you happy. Hey, baby, look, hey, I'm just trying to be responsible with my cash like you being responsible with that ass.
That's real. That's real.
So this is what I want y'all to know. That guy, the dark skinned guy who was talking, so he always gives the outlandish answers. I feel like that's his job.
That's just what he does.
Yeah, that's what he does.
He's like the devil's advocate.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. He's always the devil's advocate. But the guy who generally, like, I want to say is like the moderator, he generally speaks first. He always, I'm not going to say that he's not biased, but he will come from both perspectives. Now, to agree or disagree with this video, I don't see anything wrong with people going Dutch, but I want them to understand this. If you tell me that our first date is going to be going Dutch after I tell you that I'm abstinent, I'm definitely going to think that those two things are linked. Ain't no way around that.
Weird, because these are the same men who talk about how a woman, like, you know, how they feel like when you go out on a date, like you're obligated to give them pussy because, or if they get a hotel room, like that's what you're obligated. Like these are the same men, and then it comes to, well, it's like I'm paying for pussy, but it's like make it make sense, like. Because I don't want to have sex until I'm getting married, but we're dating, you're courting me, you're not going to pay for anything. I got to pay for everything for myself. I might as well date.
I feel like that shows that what you really want is just my pussy.
Right,
exactly.
Like it's given.
Because this is what the one thing that I have learned through dating. If someone is really interested in you, they don't mind investing their time, money. And what people don't understand is it does not have to be something expensive. I am not requiring you to take me and spend $250 on a first date. You can all say, hey, look, you want to go on a coffee date? If I don't like coffee, I might be, hey,
Shit,
I like tea, I like hot cocoa.
Shit.
We can go get some fucking ice cream and walk by the goddamn lake. Like, this is what men don't understand.
But then there are some women that feel
learn,
like you have to pay that much.
There are some women. And that they are really fucking up the game with these fucking requirements.
Yeah, because it's like,
I do not want you to be fiscally irresponsible with, and we don't even know if our fucking auras go together.
Okay.
I don't care. You just want to take me to get some ice cream? First of all, bitch, not bitch, but
shit, I'll cook.
I love ice cream.
I like ice cream. Wine.
I like ice cream. I do like walks in the park, but it better be a great sunset.
I don't like candy,
all I'm saying is, sometimes it's just your initiative. It's not exactly what you're doing or how much you spend. You have to find the right person that's for you, that really understands where you're coming from. That's why it's important to have those conversations before you go anywhere. If you meet me out in public and say, I want to take you out on a date, I'm going to say, depending on our conversations, I will let you know if I'm okay with going on a date with you.
Listen, it took me 2 weeks to even go see this person.
She's telling the truth, guys.
I'm telling y'all the truth. It took me 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks.
Hey, bro, you doing a good job. Cause I'm telling you, she said no.
Took me 2 weeks, and then. Yeah. Don't. And let me tell y'all this. It was not immediately jump in the draws. Let me just say that. That took, it was levels to this shit.
And then my clothes fell off.
It was levels. It really was. You know what I'm saying? And it was like the little stuff. And it's still the little things now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm still here.
Yo, I'm telling y'all that.
Oh my God. It's the little
thing. Like, no, I ain't trying to get cussed out my brother, but hey, bro, I know you tuned in somewhere.
He I should have done.
Oh, he gonna watch the rerun.
But yeah, like it's this shit right here. That shit done. Like I do little stuff, he do little stuff. Like
yeah. So that first date, I will say this: if you shoot your shot at somebody and you ask them out on the date, if you don't say beforehand those stipulations of going Dutch, I will, yes, automatically assume because you asked me on the date that you're paying. But do understand that I don't give a fuck what today's society say. Date does not stand for dick at the end. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. That's not what they stand for. That's not what they stand for.
We on the air, so I'm gonna shut that up.
I mean, if that's what both of y'all want to do, like, that's cool.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
But me?
But, like, nah. But I'm past that stage in my life. Like, I need more. Because, dick will always be there. But gives me more. I need that emotion.
Hey, y'all said we're not traditional women. No, I understand these untraditional women have untraditional options. So,
stimulate my mind, like make me laugh, make me smile.
Be able to please hold a conversation. Let me tell you, it's one thing I done learned about these goddamn date naps when I was out there in the date nap streets. Is a lot of y'all motherfuckers cannot hold conversation.
Listen,
be like hold up, and their little bio be like be able to hold a conversation,
and they can't
and
hold.
Then you're giving me one answer. Like, what did you know? Block. Fuck out of here.
Sometimes it's not even the fact that they can't answer. They'll answer. Would have nothing else, like there's no follow up. There's
nothing behind it.
It's like you don't know me at all.
So I'm like, so what the fuck you think this is an interview? I know I do podcasts, but I'm not giving your ass an interview.
Okay.
I mean, we're supposed to be interviewing each other. I thought it was a mutual thing.
I understand the app is free, but come on now, like talk. Fuck.
Shout out to y'all out there.
I'm about to sue the apps.
I'm not in the street. I'm on the sidewalk and we looking for a house.
I'm on a porch looking at it.
I'm gonna be in my beach house.
I'm in the sunroom. Looking out the window like.
She said she in the sunroom.
I'm in the sunroom. Oh.
This shit is blasphemy. I tell you.
Thank you for saving me.
Or these men ask for certain things, and then when you're really giving it to them, not on because they said it, but because you genuinely giving it to them, they don't know how to take it because they used to be getting fucked up.
Yes, I will. You do see that it's a lot of
It'd be annoying.
Hurt men. So when they do get a female that's really about them, that's really.
They don't know what to.
They don't know how to act. They don't know how to perceive.
Like it's a shock to them. It's like damn.
They definitely.
You really pay for shit.
I've been in this situation because a motherfucker told me that shit felt too good to be true. That they figured they go out and find somebody else.
I know with that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, to anybody who said that shit felt too good to be true, thank you. Thank you.
Why you say thank you?
Because they saved me fucking money that I probably would have spent on their ass.
It's a lot. I'm gonna say this, y'all.
That is a lot.
There are men who really take for granted good females, and I will say this just from experience: when you stop doing that shit for them, then that's when it's like, damn, I really miss you, shorty.
I miss me too.
Nope. No thanks.
Like, why didn't you have that fucking energy when I was giving you that shit?
Because now you realize that nobody had you like I had you. So now you out here like, damn. Now you looking for me. Because I definitely have dealt with a person who ended up marrying the Dollar General version of me. Like, it's weird as shit.
And she said Dollar General, not Great Value, not Walmart. Dollar General.
Like, you had me. And you went out and you
can't say the dollar store no more. But they
the dollar store. I gave you Dollar General. Like, you really married a mini me. Like, it's weird as shit.
And you couldn't.
When you had the real thing and you tried it. But don't worry, I'm in good hands, man. Thank you.
I'm not even mad at you because you showed me what not to do. Thank you.
Bro, that's really how it be though. Like these. Because I was going to say MFs, but I'm not going to call you. There are people out here who don't understand what it is because they have suffered traumas and not healed from it. And instead of being honest of where they really are in life, they try to put on this facade. And then when they get into the dating world and they don't know how to handle certain situations and real people who are genuinely there for them, they sabotage.
Yep. And a lot of it is self-sabotage because also some of them don't feel like they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh no, why would this person want to do this for me? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Or especially if they feel like they're not on that person's level to a certain sense, like, well, why would this person want me? Or I have this, or I can't bring this, or I can't do this. So they start to self-sabotage. And so you ruin good things because not only are you not ready in a sense, but because you won't allow yourself to be receptive to what this person is trying to give you.
Like,
and
you don't think you deserve to be happy.
Right. And you don't feel like you deserve whatever this person is bringing or that happiness, then these are the results that you're going to get. And it's an endless cycle. Because y'all be fumbling y'all blessings all the time. Like, and it don't even got women too. Yeah, it go for women too. Like, you know, a lot of women be like, hey, well, I don't got that one that got away. I got one. And I've said that on the show before. They'll try to come for me. Shout out to Miss Perspective. Yeah. But yes, I have one that I feel like that got away. That I probably, if I really was ready for that, I probably would have been a wife a long time ago. But that's just not what I was ready for. So that was my one that I feel like got away. So, but you have to admit that, because everybody's like, I ain't got that one. I ain't never. Stop what you doing. You 35 years old. Somebody the fuck got away. Somewhere along them lines.
Okay.
Somebody came along and showed you some shit, but your ass wasn't ready. So admit it.
And I truly believe that anybody who has entered into their 30s, there's at least one person, at least one. And like I have that person. I don't know how it would have ended up. I just know at that time it was too many things that were not alike that I didn't want to take a chance. That's just how I felt. And even though people tell you all the time opposites attract, it was too many opposites for me to be like, okay. Because if y'all would have met me in 1920,
I wasn't ready. That's just what it was.
Dang, y'all. Right, we ran out of time, and I ain't even get to hit like 3 clips.
Dang,
so
y'all.
We might have to do a virtual show or something.
Okay.
I didn't even realize it was this late. Hey, girl.
Yeah, we might have to do a virtual show for y'all because it was 3 clips that we really wanted to play. One of them in particular that we really.
I want to tear him up. So come on.
You still want to do it?
I do want to tear him up.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to run this one clip.
I wake up at 3:15.
I'm going to tear him up real quick.
We're going to run this one clip, and I'm going to let y'all run it by yourself because I'm going to take a break. And, but I do want to say this. I'm finna take a run down the hallway.
Oh, okay.
But before I play this, if you have a podcast that moves at this caliber, please don't ever reach out to this brain.
Yeah, because we ain't about that life.
That's the only disclaimer I'm giving.
We not no bullies.
It definitely gave bully vibes.
I don't know what name of that podcast is. I don't care. He's just so desperately trying to get clout, but he still got it anyway because you look goofy as hell. Roll the clip.
Girls what? What's up with that? You got any girlfriends? I'm a single individual right now. You know what? I'm a single individual right now. Did you have any girls in school? I'm kind of don't speak about. Wait, hold on. Well, let me guess. You don't identify with a sex diva, right? Did I say that? I'm asking you. You don't want to say keep it real. Let's talk about it. Did I say that though? You did not, but I'm asking you. You know, it's there's so many different titles, especially today. And where I find myself is desiring someone who wants me and is willing to accept me for who I am.
My dog right here too.
It's a daily challenge, you know. But they live too much, and I don't want to put a label on you. You know what I'm saying? But you just said anybody who like you, so that means if a man like you, you ain't go that direction. If a man like you and you feeling him, I think that if any situation, especially today, it's gonna be a very challenging process. Bro, but are you ashamed to say that you like men if you do? Like because if you do, no disrespect to you, but if you do, like, aren't you supposed to like not be ashamed of it and be proud of who you are? Or in this industry, it's more acceptable. I'm very proud of who I am. Bro, were you born with it, bro? Like, come on, I need the answer. What I'm saying, I'm telling you the answer. I'm trying. Were you born gay, bro? Come on, stop. I said, see, I didn't want to yell. See, I'm saying I didn't want to do that because you forced me. Okay, so you forced me instead of you playing Ring Around the Rosy. I'm trying to answer your way. I'm trying to answer. When you trying to do it politically, we these conversations are necessary. I'm trying to answer your question. Zeke, I'm trying. Yeah. Have you ever been with a woman in your life? I'm not going to talk about my sex life. Okay. Yeah. So that's when you cross the line. Yeah. Respect. All right. Catchy.
All right. So as you guys can see, I don't know if anybody on Instagram Live could necessarily hear the clip, but basically in the clip, Zeke, the guy who plays Zeke on Power, I don't watch the show, so I'm not really familiar with whatever. He was on a podcast. And basically, the guy that was on the podcast kind of like bullied him into trying to get him to come out as whether he was gay or straight. And the way that he went about it really Like, I want to fuck him up. Like, I want to fight him. Because, first of all, someone's sexual orientation or whatever, like, that, for real, that's none of your business. You know what I'm saying? This man, he's a celebrity. He's doing his job. That's all that matters. Like, but then you're asking him, did he have females in high school? What kind of question is that? Then you're asking him, have you ever been with a female? Then you're like, well, if, a man came at you, like, he was doing anything and everything in his power to get this man to come out and say that I'm gay. And it's just like, why do you care so much? If you brought me on this show, on this platform to talk about my career and power and everything else, why does my sexual orientation matter? And just the way that he was asking the questions, like, it was disgusting. Because you have people that are just not ready to come out and not comfortable to come out. And I feel like with him being a celebrity and being a black man in Hollywood, like, it's still a difficult thing as a black male in Hollywood to do, let alone a black male, period. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody for that matter. If they're not ready to come out, then they're not ready to come out. But you shouldn't use your platform in a bullying form to get this man confessed to something that he's just not ready for.
And you can clearly see on his face and by the way he was talking that clearly he was uncomfortable and he really was trying to force it, either whether it was for views or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I'm gay, but I mean, I'm open to it, but not everybody is. But you can't do that to people. You cannot do that to people because it is really like dead ass tough skin to be gay out here. You have to deal with people judging you. You have to deal with people talking about you. You got to deal with even people in your community bashing you. And then why does it matter? If he would have said, yeah, what would have been the next fucking question? Let me know. What would have been the next fucking question? Why do you care so much? You care so much because you probably want him. That I said it. King B _94. Write me. I said it. You probably want him. You don't do that to people. Even if I know a lot of DL people, but I would never put their name out or put their business out because people really kill themselves over shit like that. That is that is really a topic that really, like, I've literally watched people go through that. I have really went through friends with people, they was going to throw them out because they like this preference. Because they feel like, because society said that you have to live this life, you have to like a female. You cannot be a male and like a male. You cannot be a female and like a female. If I like what the fuck I like, that's what the fuck I'm going to like. And if you don't like it, you don't have to talk to me. You don't got to speak to me. You don't got to do shit. But at the end of the day, you're going to respect me. And if you don't respect me, you're going to get mad because you're going to get disrespected back. I do not like that. On God, everything that I love, I would have punched that nigga in his fucking face. Fuck the fame. Fuck all that shit. Because you're dead ass trying. Like, it makes me really upset because I could see that maybe he is, but you could tell that was a touchy, like a really hard subject for him. And when it comes to Hollywood, if you say one certain thing, they're tearing you up. Look at Coralie Ray. She's skinny as fuck. Everybody hating her because of her body. They hate Nicki. They hate Cardi. They hate all these people because they say that they're getting their bodies done. Why do y'all bash people? Why do y'all care so much of who is sleeping with who? His talent is him being an actor. He's on a show. What he do in his private life matters for you to what? You lose sleep for that?
And that's the one thing that I feel like people should have. There should be a limit to things because if it's not already public knowledge, don't address it.
Yeah, like, y'all know Tevin Campbell just came out. Not that we were surprised, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, some of his songs.
He came out.
Luther.
Listen, y'all, Luther was gay. You know what I'm saying? Patti LaBelle told us that her friend Luther was gay. But that didn't bother.
And I just heard, what's his name from Wife and Kids? Gina from Martin's husband was gay.
Dwayne Martin?
Yes, I heard about that. Saying that Lisa Ray said something about, don't quote me, y'all. It just come out later. She said he stole her man. I read that it was because of he's bringing other women, but you just never know. Like, you might think that the person that acts gay, is really gay, and they might not be. They just might have the trait. And it's people that are really that you like. They ain't gay. They ain't. Get you a gay best friend, I guarantee.
Okay, because I was in college. Okay. You better find you a gay man on the college campus, okay? Because they're gonna tell you.
They gonna get you gonna get every secret on every man,
football
bro.
player. Okay.
And they be on it, honey. They be on, and they be the ones that. We're gonna do that low right now, but okay.
In regards to that, he
was so uncomfortable.
I don't care what platform you have, how big you think you are, how big you think an interview may take you. Do not make someone feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Do not force something. You could tell by the way he responded the first time. You should have just let it go.
It's just like, wow.
You could sense
he was reaching for views,
like you kept
and clout,
pulling
like,
and pulling.
You kept sensing, and then when he gave an answer, you went to dig deep. When all of us already know what the fuck that means.
Like it wasn't good enough for you. Like you just wanted him to be like he's gay. Maybe he's not gay. Maybe he's bisexual. Maybe he's a pansexual. Like you know.
And it's not for you. He was like, well, we don't gotta put no labels. But what you're trying to do is make him label himself.
And that's not what he want to do.
And so, like, watching that was really hard. And, you know, I am a fan of Power, especially Power Book 2. So, I mean, we done had our own little jokes about you all season, to the actor that plays Zeke. But to watch you have to experience that was very hard. I hope that no person ever has to ever experience that, whether they're in an interview, because the only reason why they took that interview with you is because you do have a level of fame.
That's it. Because that was
and they needed you. They needed you. They needed you. You didn't have to take that interview. You could have took an interview with anybody.
50 Cent show? Zeke, you can come on our show.
Right.
We want to treat you like that. Right.
50 got you on that shit. Like, who gives a fuck? What the fuck? Him fucking another man or getting fucked by another man has to do with what? With his job and his work. Like, make it make sense. Like, what? Why do you care who he's dating if you don't want him?
Perfect example. All of us know that the brat was not straight, or she was bisexual.
Child, we knew that when she
years.
She came out when so
before she went to jail. We knew that she was bisexual. Now that she might just be just gay now, but we knew that she dabbled on both sides of the fence way back when she first came out with her.
But a lot of guys, when it's a lesbian,
they
got but when it's a guy, they're like.
But do you see that she did not officially come out until within the last year? Like, until she got with Jessica. And if y'all don't know who Jessica is, it's the real BB Judy. Clearly, they got married over the last in February or something.
We knew it, though. We knew it.
And the we knew her dress.
I will say they did have some beautiful ass pictures. I'm so happy for them. But I do understand that it is hard in the Black community. If you're gay, it's like you have two struggles against you daily. Mm-hmm. We still didn't get to hit all the clips, but we didn't already ran way over our time.
Way over time.
But we appreciate y'all kicking in.
There's gonna be a part.
It is. So
it's gonna be a part 2, y'all.
Bubbles did an interview with me that was pre-recorded that y'all gonna see some clips from. But we're gonna have another part because it's always fun when we're together.
Period.
Me and Phyllis both have some busy schedules that are coming up. So we're gonna let y'all know how April and May is gonna
you know what I'm saying? Cause sis need a vacation.
Yeah, we're gonna let y'all know how April and May go. Plus, for our faithful few, guess what? We'll be getting a new location.
Yeah.
And we moving out, y'all.
Period.
Moving on up. We will be moving very, very soon. And we're going to be with some fun ass people.
Period. And if y'all want positive vibes, y'all have to come on this podcast. Because I'm not going on nobody's show that's going to make me feel uncomfortable. And these two, this is family. Like, bye. Fuck out of here. We talk about anything. Everybody has their own opinions and no one bashes each other. If y'all want that bashing shit, go somewhere else. But if you want love and fun, come here. And this is my first time in that studio, like, and I had an amazing time. Period. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
So we're gonna start with you. So we always end our show with a positive message and how the people can reach you. You already talking over there in the corner. Go ahead.
If Megan was the one, I would be twerking. I just want to tell everybody, like in the other interview that y'all see later on, is be yourself. Fuck what people think. And you'll realize when you're yourself and you live for you, how happy you are compared to trying to live for somebody else who's irrelevant. Like, why? Be yourself, period. Conversation over. That's all I gotta say. That's all I can say.
How can these people reach you?
If you want to reach me and follow me on Instagram as KingB_94. And twerk classes will be coming soon. So if you like to twerk and you want to twerk for your nigga or your man or your girl, hit me up. If you want to have fun, hit me up. What are you doing? Period. I'm not even talking to nobody, but you know what.
That camera like it's on a Snapchat.
Okay, like what? Yes, and I love all of y'all and DMV podcast. Period. My favorite people.
Thank you, lovey. We appreciate you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You want to know why I appreciate you even more? Because everybody else is out in the circle and you're here.
I should be out shaking my ass, but y'all know where I'm at. So that tells y'all that the love and dedication that I have. Because everybody know I love to party. So I'm here.
Well, we appreciate you
And I
for
love
being here
that.
instead of out shaking your ass somewhere.
Yes, y'all, I had to schedule him on the calendar for real and really send it to him, guys, okay?
And I loved it. Like, I'm coming back. Like, that's a guarantee. And we're going nowhere but up from here. Like, there's nowhere but up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no matter
We didn't get
what.
a chance to talk about this yet, but so for Pride Month, when he goes to New York, he presented the opportunity that we should come with him to film it for the podcast.
Okay, well, just let me know when we
It's like around, I think, June 20th. I'm going to send it to Kendra. Because I was thinking, because I had a lot of interviews when I went last year.
Podcast today.
Right. I had a lot of interviews when I went out there. And I thought about it. And I was like, wait a damn minute. Like, that would be a good addition, especially because it's in June. And it's in New York. So there's so many people there, celebrities and all that. And I was like, my people have to. Like, period. Especially because that's my city. BX all day. But yeah. Yes.
Thank you for thinking about us.
Of course. Because if I grow, we all grow. You grow, I grow.
Period. Because
it's nowhere up. Okay. And it's a vacation and it's fun. Like, it's positive vibes. Like, that's all.
Hey, look, we are taking paid events while we're doing promo.
Okay.
We are taking paid events. Hit me, it depends on what the occasion is. We don't mind coming out.
Exactly. Support yourself and put your brand out there. If you have a brand out there and you want people to buy it, you need to put yourself out there. Even if you're uncomfortable, how you expect your brand to grow if you don't put yourself out there? And where else to go than DMV podcast? And I'm not saying that because these are my sisters. I'm being so serious. So,
I'm here.
Period.
Yeah.
Vibes, baby. They always want to come back. It's the vibe.
Period. I love it.
Oh, it's my go. I don't know, y'all. So, this week been a little struggle for me personally. I don't know if y'all follow me. Y'all know I put up a transparent post. And I was just talking about like my struggles for the past couple months. Because, 2022 they came in like a line. Like, oh. So it's been a little rough. So basically I just feel like have those tough conversations because it's something that I had to do. With your friends, with your family, with people that you value. Like if it's things that's bothering you, because I'm a person that internalizes things, and this is why I say that my relationship has told me a lot about myself. And I'm so thankful for him. But be willing to have those hard conversations with whomever. Because sometimes you need that release. And if that person is receptive to what you have to say, that's how you know that that person is for you. And I'm not just talking about relationship wise, I'm talking about friendships as well. Because when you're able to talk to someone about whatever is going on and they're receptive and they realize the part that they played and however you feel, then and they're willing to work on that friendship, family, whoever, that's how you know that that is somebody that's truly for you and really about you. Okay, so have those conversations because there are people in your life. Everybody's not gonna go everywhere. Everybody can't go into this next chapter.
Some people are seasonal.
Okay. Some people are here for a lifetime. Some people are here for a season. But it's up to you to determine that, and do not force a seasonal person to try to be there for that lifetime. Because that seasonal person will be blocking your blessings. So have that conversation. Use your discernment. Use your intuition. And to find out who's truly for you and who's truly about you. Okay? Always to remember, live fearless. Love y'all.
Y'all, so you know, even though we're getting, and y'all probably hear me say this a lot, so it's still, listen, divine intervention of that's why that's my co-host, okay? Because when I tell you we be on the same page, on the same wavelength, and sometimes she be picking up where I lack.
I don't even gotta speak. Like,
yeah, that's always how it is in here. And so, no, but I do appreciate Phyllis because on top of her being a teacher, she deal with my shit. And sometimes I don't be all the way together. And so I appreciate her all the time. I love Sister Death, and I'm so happy that she's a part of this journey with me. Yeah, we're gonna do tears later.
We're keeping it gangster right now.
Y'all know that we always, first of all, it wouldn't be a show if we didn't have laughs. And so y'all know that this brunch mixer on Saturday wouldn't be us if we didn't have laughs. We're going to be asking them questions at the brunch mixer. I'm going to be there. Listen, y'all can pull up. I don't care who pull up. It's at Palace 22. It's at 12:30. But I'm going to tell you this. If you want to have a real seat and sit with us, then you need to let us know by March 17th. Mimosas. Yeah, so these mimosas and this food was looking real good on the menu at Palace.
I've been wanting to go ahead, y'all, for like 4 months. When I seen it on TikTok, I was like, I got to go there.
So this is gonna be our first ball. We are going to start doing brunch mixers at least once a month. We're gonna try to fit it in every month, but you know, the latter part of the year has a lot of holidays, and so we're gonna figure some stuff out. But we're gonna start doing brunch mixers at Black-owned restaurants.
Brunch.
And
I like brunch.
Yes, she loves brunch more than I do because I'm really not a morning person.
I've never been to a brunch because it's too early for me. I've been at one at home, but
yeah, I would go to
that. Girl, be sleeping.
Yeah, so
you don't wake the fuck up on Saturday,
right? Bubbles be.
I would if I have to, but.
But you waking up.
I will come. That sounds fun. We already have fun now. So.
First of all, we already told you. Me and Jay already told you that you have to come on Saturday. So I don't know why you.
Okay, and I'm telling you, so that's 3 people. So that means you gotta wake up. So yes, better be up and be ready.
I'm gonna come, y'all, because it's early, and if I can get up, you can get up.
Day drinking is fun because I like to go to brunch because I can be in bed by 7.
That's early.
I'm old.
I'll be out all night, but I understand you, so I'll believe it. That sounds fine, like that.
I'm old.
Listen,
I like
that. This Saturday coming up.
Brunch is a new thing for me, so Phyllis planned my birthday brunch, and since then I've been on this. I'm going to try brunch places, and my new schedule means that I am up earlier on Saturday, so I'm ready for brunch on Saturday, guys. Palace 22
I was
at 12:30.
going to brunch tour before COVID hit.
Like I said, 12:30 on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I want to try the different wine.
I got a map of all the wineries in the state of Maryland.
You gotta put this in the group chat.
Listen,
because I want to go. Like our dad want to go.
So we got sidetracked again.
Yeah,
okay. We go down rabbit holes frequently, but my positive thing for the week is, no matter the situation, speak on how you feel. Just be mindful of how you present that message. because sometimes you don't know what the other person is going through, and you're just diving straight in with how you feel and what you think.
And they're not going to pay attention to that.
Yeah, because it don't always be about you.
Yes, and sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes you have to understand that while you're going through things, somebody else is fighting a bigger battle than what you're fighting. So please be mindful of how you deliver your message and how you check on other people. Please do not be selfish in your requirements of other people. Cut myself on the back. I didn't even write that down, y'all. But seriously, like before you accuse somebody of just only focusing on themselves, make sure that they are in the right mindset, in the right state of mind to be able to handle what you're trying to present to them. Because sometimes they're fighting a silent battle that they didn't tell you about because they know that you're already going through your own mess.
That's me.
So I love y'all. Oh, before we roll out real quick, so I got to show all the interviews this week from Marcella, but I'm gonna go ahead and say what band will be live Friday, March 18th. In Sterling, Virginia. God damn, Rocket Rob, why is your birthday party so goddamn far?
He having another birthday party? Then he just had one.
Well, this is Friday, March 18th.
On Wednesday. I think his birthday was on Wednesday. But shout out to Rocket Rob because he do follow me on Instagram.
Okay, here he is.
Shout out to Rocket Rob. What band? They are going to be at Crooked Run 22455 Davis Drive, Sterling, Virginia.
That's a
that's far. You at that standpoint.
Sterling is a drive, y'all. But also, please donate to his GoFundMe account. His family suffered a devastating fire to their house.
Creative Minds Auto Club. Shout out to y'all for topping that.
Like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I believe it's on his IG page. I can't remember.
Hey, but thank y'all for tuning in. It was a fun ass show. We ain't got to do this shit in a long ass time. And shout out to you if you make it to 2 hours and 27 minutes of our shit.
Yes, thank you. Shout out to Instagram for not cutting me off.
Because if you really bored, man, fuck that. If you want to have a good time, you watch this interview, period. That's all I got to say. Put this on the intro. Because nothing but good vibes and love.
If you're having a bad day, this show is for you.
Y'all know a part-time comedian.
Just because you're having a bad day don't mean it's not going to be like that forever. So put your head up and do what you got to do. And support Black business.
Yeah, shout out to Gimme Gang. Y'all know I'm playing.
Shout out to you.
Y'all know
you know fucking vibes.
Shout out to Project Mosh. Yeah. Shout out to Swag Savage.
Hey, we love y'all. We see y'all next week. And tune in. We got another special
Like, comment, and subscribe.